afternoon and welcome to Thursdays with Annette. I'm so glad you're joining me today because I'm in my kitchen, in my fizzy fabulous place, and I'm making a recipe for you out of book 6 today. And this is the great book that if you're wanting your own private, weight loss program, it's got the 28-day weight loss masterclass in it. That's why it's such a big book. Half of it's recipes, the rest is about the mentoring. But we're focusing on the front of the book, and that's a recipe that we're making called Quick and Easy Potato Bake. It is fabulous. It's this recipe here, and it's so fabulous because who doesn't love a potato bake? But this way, it's really quick, it's low in fat, and super easy to make. Now, let's go over the ingredients, and I do have the names of all the winners from last Tuesday's show, which was the last one, and also last Thursday's, but I just want to get the potato in the microwave, okay? So just bear with me, and I've got them here. All right, so we need 1 kilo of potatoes, and you peel them. Weigh the kilo, then peel them. And I have sliced them, and I've got a couple here that I'm just going to show you my technique of how to slice them, just to save a bit of time. So that's 1 kilo of potatoes, then you peel them. We have a teaspoon of garlic, a tablespoon of the Kraft Parmesan. Now we've gone to the 340 ml cans of evaporated milk. As you know, they've changed it. So I'm adding 35 mils of skim milk to make it equal for the recipe. So in your recipe, it'll say 375 mils of evaporated milk. So that's what we do. We've also got a sachet of the French onion salt reduced soup. It's called simmer soup, and we're going to use that as well. And I've got some grated reduced fat cheese. We have 50 grams of that, or half a cup. I've got cooking spray, and I need some cling wrap. All right, so let's get the potatoes done so we can get it in the microwave. Now, when you're doing potatoes, I want to show you a little trick because they can be a little bit wobbly when you're cutting them like this. So I'll show you my trick. Just cut off the bottom, yeah, and put it down. Now look how secure that is now. See, I'm just going to slice this up so you don't waste it, of course. Put that in with the others. And now what you can do is very easily and safely cut your potato. Now you want it to be thin, okay? Thinner the better because it just takes longer to cook the thicker the potato. But I've got a trick for this recipe which I love, and I'll tell you about in a minute. So okay, so once again, this wobbly, off that goes. I always just slice this up quickly. It goes in, and now once again, see how secure it is? It's much safer when you're cutting things. Now, you can, if you want, you can hand cut. You could use a mandolin if you're brave enough. I'm always worried I'm going to cut a finger off. That would be a quick way to cut your potatoes. Or if you've got a food processor that has got a big nozzle, you could then also do it that way. I've just hand cut them today. So now, let's lasagna dish. It's about a 28 by 19 centimetre lasagna dish, and we're going to spray it with some cooking spray. And what you do is you just basically put all the potato into the dish. That's right. Now you can be fabulous and do them very pretty and just layer them like this, which is always fantastic, but I'm in a hurry, so I'm going to just throw it all together. Now, you will put all the potato in this at this point. You're going to use all the potato. My oven's preheated, by the way, to 180 degrees fan force, ready to go, but we're not doing the oven just yet. So hello, if you've just joined me, I'm making Quick and Easy Potato Bake, which is out of book 6. Now, this is not a hard one to adapt. It does serve 8, but you could easily break this down to half and make it for 4. So just remember that if you go, oh, what am I going to do with all this potato bake? Seriously, you can freeze it for 2 or 3 weeks as well, so no problem. Okay, now here comes the fabulous bit. You get your cling wrap and you over the top, seal it well, and we're going to put it in the microwave for 5 minutes on high. All right, Make sure your dish fits into your microwave if you've got a small one. On high for 5. Now, we haven't put any water in there, I know, but we don't need it. The moisture that will come in from the cling wrap holding it and the high temperature of the microwave, it just makes it work. And what happens is it cooks or boils the potato. So boom, we are saving a lot of time because you only need to bake it for about 30-35 minutes. I mean, a normal lasagna, please, it takes forever. Okay, so now let's talk about last week. Now, last Tuesday, we had our last Tuesday with Annette because I have got a really big announcement coming out in the newsletter next Thursday, okay? The 1st of July, big announcement, couple of announcements actually, so please look for that. And if you haven't signed up for the free newsletter, then do it because it's on simplytoogood.com.au and just sign up and you'll get all the information. Now, last Tuesday, we did an unpublished recipe, which I have on the mentoring program, and it was the cheese and broccoli slice. Now, we had 3 fantastic winners from that last show, and they all got to choose a box of shakes. So that was the prize, and they were very excited to have them. So Judy Cook, Deb Donchi, and Michelle Higgins all were winners. Now, last Thursday, we did the creamy tuna bake, and my gosh, didn't we enjoy that. That's out of book 4. And we have 3 very happy winners. We've got Wilma Herrero, Jackie Sefton, and Christine Fruwellen. So good on you, and thank you girls for supporting the show. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make the topping that goes over the potato. Really easy. So we just get the evaporated milk. They've got like a pull ring on it now. You want the whole can plus 35 mils of skim milk, and that way we get our exact amount. You want a teaspoon of garlic. There we go. Now you can use the fresh garlic if you want, but I'm going to just go quick and easy because you know I like quick and easy. We want a tablespoon of the Parmesan. And just to let you know, you patient little darlings, the measure spoons will be back in stock next week. So go into the website, they'll be there ready for you. We also want 2 tablespoons of the French onion mix. Yeah. So let me get the tablespoons. Remember they're 15 ml and they will be back in stock next week. Yay! So happy. So we want 2 tablespoons. There we go. And I'm just going to mix that up. Now the cheese goes on the top, okay? And one of the things that I've learned about this is that if you put the cheese in here, for example, it kind of gets lost in it. But by putting it on the top, you get the taste so much stronger. And that way you don't need as much cheese. So I think that's fantastic. Fantastic. Now it is 2.8 grams of fat a serve. I know, yes, fabulous. I mean, a traditional potato bake has like cream and full fat cheese. Some people put bacon in it. It's not for healthy people. And what are we? That's right, we're healthy people. But if you're also looking for other potato bake ideas, oh yes, there's more. So in book 2, I've got a traditional potato bake. This is the quick and easy one, remember? Then you've got also that potato bake in cooking for 1 or 2. So you can make much smaller serves. I've also got in book 2, which I love for a change, is my pizza potato bake. So it's got all the flavours of pizza through the layers of the potato. That's in book 2 as well. And in book 3, I actually did a potato slice. And that's actually grated potato, yeah, instead of sliced. Now I'm just going to get a scraper in my, because I know I'm going to want to get that all out when the potatoes are ready. Here we go. All right, so let's check the potato and see how it's doing. It's got 15 seconds to go. Boom. Now remember, you can freeze it for 2 or 3 weeks if you have leftovers. The oven is ready for me at 180 degrees fan forced. And just to let you know that this is a much lower fat count recipe than the traditional potato bake. Okay, so that just 5 minutes in there, right, will make such a difference to how long it needs to be cooked for. I think it's a bit brilliant. I was a bit impressed with myself when I made this recipe up in book 6. Careful the steam. Oh, smell that potato, it's beautiful. Now remember we made this was the evaporated milk, the garlic, the parmesan, and the low salt French onion soup mix, remember that. Now we're just going to pour it over. I don't think it can get any easier really. Just spread those bits of the French onion mix over as well, and that just gives a little bit of extra flavour. So we're not just relying on cream and cheese here. Oh, look at that, fabulous. There we go. And the last thing you have to do is just put the cheese on the top. Now you're using the reduced fat cheese. I like to freshly grate it because I think you get more out of it, as well as I think it melts better. That's just my thinking anyway. But thank you for joining me today, because I'm really looking forward to being here every Thursday for you. Remember, we don't have the Tuesday show anymore, but we have Thursday, and that's all that matters. All right, so now this is going to go in to the oven. I'm just going to open the door. Here we go. It's going to be cooking for about 35 minutes. Let me put it on. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to check your potato, like get a knife and just cut through it to make sure your potatoes are cooked, and if it's nice and brown on the top with the cheese, you're good to go. All right, so would you like to win? Yes, because this week you can win a copy of this fabulous book 6. It's amazing, and it's got some other incredible recipes like the Indian tikka. Please, it is fabulous. Anyway, if you want to win this book, all you have to do is like, share, and then in the comments, you know what you got to do. Hashtag Symply Too Good. Remember, with the Simply with a Y, the number 2, just write that in the comments and I'll pick 3 fantastic people. Now, unfortunately, I had a really crazy busy day today and I didn't get a chance to make one up ahead to show you, but what I'll do is when it's ready, I will take a photo of it and put it in the comments for you to see. Sorry, I just couldn't get to it today. But when you think about guilt-free baked potato, I mean, please, it's just simply too good to be true. And let's be honest, who knew weight loss could be so deliciously healthy? Cooking a potato bake my way. So thanks for joining me. Now, next Thursday, I'll be back with my apron on and I'm going to Thailand. We can't really go there. I mean, unfortunately, I do miss it. But we're going to cook Thai next week, and I'm making a very traditional recipe called chicken laksa. Now, laksa is very high in fat. My version's about 1/10 of the fat, a bit like the potato bake. That's what we do here on Thursdays with Annette. So join me then. Chicken laksa, it's all happening. It's out of book 3, and it's also in Cooking for 1 or 2. So for now, thanks for joining me, and I'll put a photo up later of the fabulous quick and easy potato bake. Take care. Bye now.